our podcast. I'm Hansel here with my bestie Wayne. We run a company called The Coder School together and even wrote a book about it called The CoderBros Go to White Castle. And boy, has we had some fun adventures getting to where we are today. Thinking back, it made us realize that, as the podcast title says, we are so Asian. So we thought it'd be cool to hear the adventures of other interesting and successful Asians out there too. So that's what this podcast is all about. Wayne, what super type A Asian do we have on the show today?
Already, that was part of the intro right there. Our guest today is every Asian parent's dream. She graduated from Brown University and then went on to Yale Law School. So right there, that's proof. She's had an amazing and successful career, holding many C-level positions, and is currently general counsel at Collective. Let's welcome Jan Fu.
Yes. All right, got a little applause there for you. So really appreciate you being on. Wow, when Wayne rolls out your resume like that, it does sound like every tiger parent's dream, which is something we'll get into as well. Jan, introduce yourself. Tell us a bit more about yourself beyond what Wayne said.
Yeah, so I'm Jan Fu. I am currently a lawyer, an AI lawyer at a really awesome AI company in New York. And I live in Brooklyn with my husband and my two kids who are 5 and 7.
Yes, super cute kids, by the way. That's how I think of you, Jan, is your kids are super cute. That's how I identify you.
Thank you.
That's the age when your kids, still love you as well and think you're, can't make any mistakes.
Yeah. They still want to see me.
Mine are teenagers now, and so it's a little scarier.
Yeah. So you work in an AI company. Of course, as an AI company, everybody has something to do with AI, I guess, these days. So you work in an AI company, but you have this awesome legal background. What does that mean to be a legal, what did you say you were, AI legal person? I thought you were a COO there.
General counsel.
General counsel, okay.
So
aren't you also COO there?
Sorry?
Or aren't you also COO, or are you general counsel?
General counsel, but there's no CLO. So I'm I'm on the executive team with the founders. But my value add, I guess, is the legal background. And so I help to run our company, and I oversee all of the legal aspects of what we do as an AI company, trying to build what we call an economic foundation model. So
you were part of the founding team as well?
I was not part of the founding team, but I've been there for almost 8 years. And so we were much smaller when I joined. And so it kind of very much a startup mentality, which I wanted to be a part of. And I have gotten to do a lot on the business side as well. So
how can you have done AI in 8 years ago? Was there even AI around?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
wasn't it pretty barely existing?
Well, now everyone there are all these fake AI companies, and all they do is tack on AI at the end of things. And you're like, we're AI, but that's not, I think we are a true AI company. We were selling it and trying to build something when, we built our economic foundation model at around the same time OpenAI started. So it takes years and years and years to build a foundation model. It requires a ton of data.
So it was actually like a large language model, similar thing like 8 years ago?
Yes.
Like it's a similar structure.
Yeah, except that large language models are trained off of, the words essentially out on the internet. And what our model is trained off of is B2B economic buying data.
So
it's a different data set.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. All right, well, let's get on to more interesting stuff. Let's see. So Yale Law. Let's go back to Yale Law. Right?
Oh my God.
You're the first Yale Law person, right? So you've known a bunch of, Yale Law, there are so many super smart and famous people that have gone through there. So do some name dropping. What kind of people did you run through at Yale Law when you were there?
Oh my God. We ran through, should we go through the most famous people? Well, in my Yale,
of course, definitely.
In my Yale Law School class were JD Vance, who I was pretty close to, and Vivek Ramaswamy, who I also knew.
Would you be sitting in class just like they're just next to you? I'm picturing a classroom and like JD Vance, just you're sitting right next to him.
There are a lot of really smart, interesting people who came in very accomplished, and so I don't think it was like, this guy's going to be the next whoever.
You never know.
So you didn't picture him as the VP at that point, or Vivek as somebody who ran for president. They were
Yeah.
just normal dudes.
I mean, there were just normal dudes, and there were other people in my class who actually were running for office while we were in law school.
Oh,
It was
wow.
very much,
While you were in law
Even as a
school.
yeah,
student.
while we were in law school. So
Wow.
it was a very much a school where because there were no grades. It was like actually the anti-tiger
Huh.
parenting school. There were no
No,
grades.
great. It's just
It
pass fail.
wasn't. It
Yale
didn't.
Law School.
Yeah, it was.
Really?
And so you didn't feel a lot of competition with the people
Wow. That's
around you.
cool. I
And it
would
was,
have never
we were
guessed
all,
that. I would think
They
it would
must
be
have did that
so
on purpose.
competitive
'Cause
and
there's so
cutthroat.
much competition to get in the first place, I guess. But once you're in, then it's just like whatever.
Yeah.
yeah. So one of my professors, who was probably the professor I was closest to, and a mentor of mine, was Amy Chua, original OG Tiger Mother. Um,
Yes.
she actually said to me when we first met, she's like, the hard part is getting in. It's like winning the lottery. And then so after
Mm.
you can do whatever you want to do, and you should make them
Wow.
your experience. And so what I decided I didn't really like learning about cases or reading law books.
Yeah.
So I made it my mission to just make a lot of really good friends and start a business on the side. So that's what I
Well, that's cool.
So
That's
you
another
were
way to do
at Yale Law School and you were like, I don't really like law, but
Yeah, I'm actually surprised I'm still a lawyer. Yeah.
but I'm
So,
gonna
okay,
make
so
an
Amy Chua,
MBA out of this.
not everybody knows who Amy Chua. So you said original OG Tiger Mom. So she was the person that wrote the book, right? That's where the word
Yes.
Tiger Mom actually came
Right.
from, right?
I didn't even really know, like, that
I
it came
didn't.
from
I
a
actually
book
didn't
and a
know
person and all this.
because now that word is just in the
It's
vernacular,
just a
right?
phrase, right?
And so I
It
didn't know
is.
it came from a book until I looked it up.
I think the book popularized it. So that book was published when I was a first year law student in her contracts class. And that was the year it came out. And it was what, 2010, 2011? I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
And
And she was doing the full media circuit. She was on the Colbert Show, and it's when she became that phrase became popularized. And I don't know, have you read the book?
no, I haven't met
No,
her.
I haven't.
People were like, "Oh my God, she's so mean," and this is just a chronicling of like child abuse and whatever. And to me, I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was like
You
a
thought it was
great
hilarious?
comedic take on like being an Asian parent.
Was she trying to be funny? So you know her really well, right? She's your mentor and you talk to her all the time?
Yeah, I did when I was in law school, and she definitely helped me out with a bunch of stuff and was great for students who didn't want to do the traditional legal path of going to clerk for a judge afterward or become, who maybe didn't even want to be lawyers. She was a great mentor for those students. Yeah, and I got to know her pretty well.
Yeah.
And
So is
she
she actually a tiger parent or
Yeah,
did she
did
write
you
the
ever
book
meet
like
her
in a
kids?
comedic way?
Yeah. Was
She
she like,
Was she trying to be funny?
So her book is hilarious. I think it was supposed to be tongue in cheek, but not everyone got
okay.
it.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
really?
And
So
So
is
has a
she
good
actually
sense
a
of
tiger
humor.
parent?
Yeah.
she was a tiger parent to her kids. Her kids were wonderful. They were like, I think teenagers at the time, maybe the youngest one was 14. They were so sweet and articulate, and they were just like really, really good kids who were able to hang out with,
I think I read they both went to Harvard, right?
one went to Harvard, one maybe went to Yale. I don't know,
Okay,
something.
good enough.
Yeah,
Good
fine.
enough.
And she
Classic
was
violin,
really,
piano,
she
all
was
that
crazy
stuff.
about making them practice. I think she was a
There you
tiger
go.
classic tiger parent. But as a teacher and as a professor, she was not very
Huh.
tough. Like I remember that I think you were able to, in lieu of doing like taking the final exam, you could like do an interpretive dance or something in her
Really?
law class
I
or
guess if
something
you
like
don't have
that.
grades,
I
yeah,
want
you
to
might
go
as
to
well.
law. I want
She
to go to
gave
You
me
Yale.
got
like
it, or
on one of my big, like I had to write some thesis and I think she gave me like a 2-year extension, something crazy. Like she was really chill and I really liked that and I
that's
appreciate
so
it.
funny. So
Yeah.
okay, so now tell us how this sort of impacted how you are to your own kids, right? Her
Yeah,
style versus
like-
did she at all by reading this book?
Well, so I'm a little bit of both. Should I talk about my parents and how not tiger parenting they were?
I suppose,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I feel like that had
Absolutely.
more of an influence. So I don't know if my sister covered it. My sister Karen Fu was on a prior episode.
Right. Yeah.
Very different kids. We sound the same, but she's type B. She's much smarter than I am. She was like the genius child. I don't know if you knew
Okay.
that. She like got she like took the SATs. My parents made her take the SATs when she was like really young, like
Oh,
in
really?
middle school, and she got like almost a perfect score or something.
Like 12 or something?
Yeah, exactly. Like 12. And then she got some award for
So
it.
she is a little, that's genius level, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
genius level. And but our parents were like, their parenting philosophy was pretty much benign neglect. And
But
Benign
then you got one
neglect.
who's a doctor, who's an emergency room physician, and then one who went to Yale Law.
yeah, but they
That's
didn't
what benign
And
neglect
Brown
is like.
undergrad, like that's all,
but I
Ivy
think,
League
they
and
were very chill. Like I don't remember one time them telling us to practice piano or to do our homework.
really.
So you just wanted to?
I
I
think
know. What kind of
so.
kids were you then? You
I
guys were
don't
just
even
like
know if my
nutballs.
parents knew my teachers' names half the time. They like, I remember even when I was like in college, I would try to show my dad, like I was really proud because I did really well in college and I was like, wanted to show him my report card or my grades. And he was like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I don't need to see that anymore.
So how do you think that worked? I mean, because you
Yeah.
guys are both super successful. Do you think it's just it's innate in you guys? I mean, or do you think that's a good way to parent, just
Yeah.
benign neglect?
So I think this comes back to my kids. I think
Yeah.
I think we were two kids who liked to learn and liked school. So I
Right.
think that's like already one hurdle that they didn't have to
But that was just like you guys
deal
just
with.
happened to
You're
be
just
born with it.
We just liked
yeah.
school. We liked learning and we were good at like, I mean, Karen wasn't always because she was actually ADD, which was not diagnosed
Oh
until
yeah,
she
she
was
said that
later.
she like yeah, just has an
And
attention
actually,
span
that's
thing
where
and
the laid back
moves on.
parenting didn't work out very well because I think they should have probably intervened earlier with Karen instead of letting it, percolate until she got into medical school. But
Right.
she lasted for a long time. So, but I have two very different kids. My daughter's much more like I think we were. I mean, she likes school. It's
Okay.
very intuitive for her. My son is sort of like a very creative thinker. He's always trying to figure out how to like cut the corner. He's the one who's like thinking
Tell
of
the story. Tell the story about your son and
The
and
playground.
how good he
yeah.
is
So
with
so
it.
I got two texts last year when my son was in kindergarten from two separate parents, one from school and one from not school, and they were like pretty. I mean, I was friends with those parents, so they're nice about it. But they're like, funny story. My son came home today and asked for $10 because they want the $10 to pay Otto, my son who was in kindergarten, $10 to teach them self-defense on the playground. And I was like,
That's awesome.
That's great.
and the way my son had set it up was like he was telling all the kids, you get the first lesson for free. Right? You get
I
a
love
trial,
it. That is
That's the
business
brilliance. The
but if
first
you
101.
lesson
like it,
free at
it's
10 years
ten
old. That's
dollars
great.
for 10 more lessons.
Yeah.
Mind you, he's never even taken like a karate class. Like he has no
That's what makes it
business
Yeah.
even better.
teaching self-defense, but
Did
he's
he?
like convinced these kids to pay him money
That's
for it.
awesome. So
And
does he
he
have any
like,
moves? Did he show you any of his
I mean,
self-defense moves?
yeah, they would have, I think he watched maybe like Karate Kid once and he's like,
Well,
So
is
it
it
was the
the
crane, no can defense.
yeah, is
yeah.
it the racist side though? Like are all the other kids white and they look at him as the Asian kid and they're like, "You
But
know
Otto
karate."
doesn't look that Asian, right?
No,
So
he
he's half.
doesn't. And I think he was
Okay,
an
so
equal opportunity scammer because it was
yeah,
like a
anybody.
black kid, a white kid, a half Asian
Yeah.
kid. I mean, he was like, I'll scam all of them.
Anybody. I will
Yeah.
teach you.
That's
But
awesome.
he
And
was
so,
he was like, yeah.
yeah,
So anyway,
he's
so with
7,
that
right?
kid, I feel like he needs a little bit more tiger parenting because he's like not going to be the kid who like, finishes his homework unless somebody's there to
But
like,
he's going to generate a revenue stream. By the time he's 8,
but
there's probably going to be like enough to pay your mortgage,
he's going to
you
start
know?
a successful franchise business like his
Absolutely.
uncle cousin Hansel. And
That's
like
true.
that
That's
is
right.
good
There you
enough for
go.
me.
That's good
Like there
enough.
might
I passed your threshold.
you pass my threshold. No, you are who
Yeah,
I want to be. So anyway,
that's
I
right.
think with my kids, I'm a little bit more tiger parenty because I think, I think they need a little bit more. But my parents always tell me when they see me parent my own kids, they're like, you need to back off. They're
Oh,
like, just
really?
let them be. And I was like,
So do you think
Wow.
there's an Asian factor to it? So because your husband is Jewish, white, right? So
yeah,
he's
he's
like,
white.
does that have a completely different mindset than you do? Do you guys parent the same way?
He is pretty strict. I actually think our parents were pretty similar, except his parents. So my parents were like benign neglect. They never told me to do stuff, but they also never told me like they were proud of me or like I was doing
Okay.
well, or
But
like
that's
I was
yeah.
good at
That's Asian.
anything,
Okay.
or like, it was just like, okay, yeah, like you're gonna like go to at least Brown, right? Like that was just their,
At
but did
least
they
brown.
put any labor
So
into getting me
okay,
there?
but
Not really.
they did at least say certain things like that.
They
So
had
you
high expectations, whereas
okay.
like I think my husband grew up in a household where he was praised a lot more. Like he was
Oh.
told he was doing a great
Hmm.
job, but he was also like, he's super academic, and was always the kid who did his homework and wanted to
Oh.
take extra
But
classes.
and that didn't come from the parents. So the parents
And I
didn't like
think he
force
was
them
just
to.
born like that. So
Wow, again, born like
when
that
we
because
had
he's
auto, we
also
were like,
super successful.
Yeah, these are
Because he was
non-normal
undergrad Yale,
kids.
right? And
he went
then
to
graduate
undergrad
Yale.
Yale. He famously got perfect SAT 2 scores on every single SAT 2,
Holy
and
cow!
like a
Wow.
1580 on his
Okay.
SATs. Like he's like,
Famously, wow. Okay.
And
well,
is that what
but what does
attracted
that
In
you to
Yale.
him? And were you like,
no?
oh
But
my
like,
God, I'm gonna marry this guy?
but what does that mean? Because that
I
just means
know.
he
What
peaked
does
in
that
high
mean?
school.
What
Like
does
this
that
whole thing
mean?
is
That means he's
crazy.
smart as hell. I think that's what that
No,
means.
no,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
that's
It just
true.
means he peaked in high school.
He peaked in high
He
school.
Now he's dumber.
Yeah, no.
and like, no, I think there's the thing about the also, my parents were benign neglect, but they did have high expectations for schools. That was like a very Asian parent thing,
So,
right? They
okay.
like wanted me to go to good schools. But I don't know if that's the right, end goal, because then you get there and then you're like, now what? Like I didn't develop passions,
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
self-actualized. Like I feel like that was something that's really missing in a lot of my Asian friends' upbringings. They're
Oh,
like,
really?
okay, I went to like
Interesting.
Harvard, now
Well,
what?
that's true. It's just like
You
your
know?
only goal
So
is, Ivy League, and
is to
then you
get
get
Yeah.
that.
that. But then it's just like, now what? Like, I don't have a passion for a certain thing that I'm doing in life.
Do you feel like
And
though at a school like so Wayne and I went to a second tier school, so we don't
yeah,
know, but
Where
like
did
at
you go
a
to school?
we
Wash
both went to
U
Wash U in St. Louis.
That's not a second tier school anymore.
It is
I
it
say
is when you
anymore.
compare it to Yale.
anymore. Yeah, it
Anymore,
was
it
when
was
we
when we
went
were there.
there. It was probably third tier when we went there, but they let
But so
any
like
crap in. Yeah.
at a place like I guess more like Brown, so undergraduate Brown, right? So did you feel like people there were still like, the aggressive wanted to figure out their life and all that, were they super smart, or were a lot of them just like, why are you even here? Like, what kind of people do you see at these top schools?
I think at Brown it was a mix. I mean, it's sort of kids who did well mixed with, some celebrity kids. And then
Celebrity kids.
people
Yeah.
like, I think it was kids who were generally really smart, who did well. Brown was like more chill, I feel like, than like a Yale or
That's
something.
true. I've heard that Brown
That
is a little bit
There were
more
no grade,
chill,
like
right?
you had the
Yeah.
option of not having grades.
Oh, is
Um,
that right?
yeah.
Again,
I
you
didn't
always
you
go
could
to
option
schools with
that?
no grades. What is your deal?
Yeah.
It's
I don't
crazy.
know. I just don't believe. Well, Brown, you didn't. So I haven't done math since high school, and I think Brown, they let you
You
do
didn't
whatever.
do any math at Brown? Like no
No,
math?
no,
Really?
I took econ, but
That's
I didn't do any
hilarious.
math.
Good. So Brown is famous for you can choose your own curriculum, right?
Yeah,
You
it's
can,
open curriculum. There's no like
yeah.
core curriculum. You can do whatever. I thought it was a really fun school. People were like interesting, smart, but not like, just too intense. Um,
Yeah. It's the
Yale,
cool IV nowadays. Like that it's
Yeah,
it's
definitely,
cool.
that's what I hear. It's
yeah.
like the
Um, yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of
cooler,
needs
more chill
to be
Ivy.
more
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
Um,
So
the
what about at a Yale? Like, do you think, I mean, so like you said, like you knew Vivek and you knew JD and Amy Chua, like did they seem like they were just crazy brilliant or just like some dude you'd meet off the street?
um No, I thought, first of all, everyone, I'm still really close to my class. I met some really amazing,
That's
good
awesome.
people who were there, and everyone there is so smart. Like I felt so
Okay.
just below average there. It was like
Oh,
the first time I went to a place and I was like, oh my God, like
yeah.
These people
really,
are super smart.
you're
Yeah.
just really smart. Like, I mean, using somebody, he's not even the best example, but since you mentioned Vivek, like the first time, you know, I met him, he spoke in complete paragraphs. I'd never met anyone who like really
Wow.
like completely formed paragraphs, and I was like, wow, that's kind of amazing. But there were all
Wait, do
sorts
you
of,
mean like he was droning on like a really long time, or do you mean he used like
well,
punctuation and like
both. I think he went on for a bit, but also, he just like it was like a fully
a
formed
fully formed thought?
thought.
Yeah.
But there were also so many people who, had PhDs in like applied mathematics, people
Wow.
who were speech writers for former presidents who were
Oh
there,
man.
who had, founded multiple companies. I mean, it was a cool place.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty
So
cool.
Yale is more famous for like politicians, is that right? Like when people come out of Yale, it's
A lot
typically
of
politics? Or do they do
A
business as
little
well?
of both. I think it's
Yeah.
less known for, I mean, a lot of people are in just big law, like the big law firms. And now
Yeah.
some of my
Corporate
friends are
law.
big, firm partners.
Yeah.
But kind of, yeah, it does have more of a policy, um,
Yeah.
political bent.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what do you think of that? You mentioned that when you go there, like everybody is so smart. I always thought, so I'm trying to get my youngest Mathis right into a good school. But I'm like, I don't know how smart you actually are. And when you get to that school, are you going to feel totally stupid because everybody else is smart? Whereas I got, maybe I
Yeah,
got you in by luck. So do you see any sort of negative to going to a top school like a Yale or a Brown where you feel like maybe you're not as smart? So maybe you lose a little bit of confidence, right? Versus, hey, let's
yeah,
go to community college and you're
yeah.
the smartest
And
dude
just
there.
feel
Well,
like you're
I
really
always think of
smart.
it, I think this is a Jerry Seinfeld thing, but like the zone of struggle.
Hmm.
Like you always want, and this is like how I apply it to my kids too. You always want to be somewhere where I think you're doing above average, but you're not the smartest person because you want to be
Right.
challenged. You don't want to feel like defeated.
Yeah.
You want to feel like there's somebody always better than you. And I think my parents did a good job of that in, raising us in San Francisco and sending us to great schools where I was never the smartest person, not even
Right.
close.
Hmm. So,
And
so you went
actually,
to a private school in San Francisco, right? And was there a lot of that sort of tiger parenting outside of you, like trying to get their kids?
well, yes, not like nothing like what I see in New York City today. I
Oh,
mean, that's
really?
all new,
Wow. That's
nothing.
unbelievable. I think San
But
Yeah.
Francisco's got to be right up there with them,
well,
but
now I don't know. I was in the
we'll debate
90s. I
that.
think 90s, a lot of the parents, who were raising kids there were like from the summer of love in like 1969. So it was like a different mentality.
Yeah.
That's
Everybody's a hippie.
very
Yep.
true.
Like
Yeah.
I would go over to one friend's house and there were like bongs and like,
Oh, really?
like guitars on
Yeah,
like
What?
the
that's
hippies
different.
living
That's
in the mission.
hilarious.
And so I think it's probably different now with tech and the tech
I
parents.
think so.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So
but
wait, so you're in Brooklyn now where
yeah.
it's still pretty young though, isn't it? Like most of the parents are pretty young. It's not college age yet, is it?
No,
But they're already thinking like get their kids ready for college?
well, my kids go to school in Manhattan, and it's
Ooh.
completely insane. My son's first interview for school was when he was 2 years old,
What?
and
How is
Okay,
he interviewing?
yeah, he can't
How do
even
you interview
talk
at 2 years
barely.
old?
and it was right after COVID, so
Oh my
it was
goodness.
on Zoom, which was crazy.
That
I
is
mean,
Oh
we
crazy.
man.
actually
Was
asked
he
him questions.
okay, so how did that go? So first of all, he's probably not even paying attention to the screen.
Yeah,
Like
at
He
two
actually
years
did a good
old.
job. He did a good job. They asked him, how do you count backwards? Like they showed him things and they're like, tell the story, what's happening in the story.
holy
Wow.
cow.
He did a good job. But, the number of like for private school, I mean, and they're in private school. So the number of interviews that both of my kids have done combined is like dozens at this
And
point.
they're 7 and 5,
They're
So
right?
seven
once
and
you get
five.
in, so at two, what is that? What is that even? Like preschool?
Preschool.
Like
That's like
Preschool.
yeah, that's just
that's
like diapers and
preschool.
stuff. I mean, it'll be
Yeah.
You're
like,
barely
what is in
walking.
your diaper right now? You got a poopy in
Yeah.
your diaper?
What did
And
you
if they,
eat?
but then as a tiger mom, did you like have full paragraphs with, punctuation all
Well,
ready for them?
yeah, but I think I'm like compared to
The
a lot of
Vivek
these
answer.
moms, I'm not a tiger mom. I'm not sending my kids to coder school. You know how many, do you know how many times coder school was on somebody's resume applying to kindergarten in New York City? Like way too many. Like
That's
my kid just
Really?
hilarious.
coding at coder school. It's like,
So
We
okay, fine.
say 7+. What's going on?
so
I
you
know.
guys have
You
to
know,
apply at each level. So that was preschool, and then you got to apply
preschool
again
and then for kindergarten,
Then
yeah.
apply
kindergarten,
again.
and
They
then from
don't auto.
kindergarten like to high
Well, my
school. You
son
got
is in a K through 8, so he'll have to
okay.
apply going to high school. And then my daughter is K through 12. She's at a girls' school. So
So she doesn't
um,
have to apply
she
then.
doesn't have to. Some people leave for high school or,
Oh, I see.
but but yeah, no, it's crazy. Like I try not to overschedule my kids. And so they really don't have many extracurriculars, but some
Oh,
some of my like Edie's, my kindergartner's friends she's in kindergarten. They're in Russian math. They're in coding. Like,
That we
Oh
see
man.
out here. Yeah,
crazy.
absolutely.
I'm like, what are
They're
they getting
always,
out of it?
But I don't think we have that same in the Bay Area. We don't have that same private school interview type stuff. I don't think. I mean, we have schools that are
You
hard
do
to get
in San
into.
Francisco, I bet. I remember my kindergarten
we
interviews.
do
Oh, you
starting
had
in
to do
middle
it?
school at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah, middle school, yeah. Kindergarten, though, is
I
kind of
think
crazy.
kindergarten,
So,
I don't recall interviews type stuff. Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, I was talking to College Wise, who's one of our partners. They do, a lot of college counseling, and they said the biggest markets for that kind of thing is San Francisco and New York, and then DC is right behind it. So we definitely
Yeah.
have all the markets covered.
But like,
Yeah.
I'm all for like an analog childhood. Like, just put them in the woods and like
Is
play
that
with.
possible?
Yeah, it's barely
Well,
possible these days, right?
I'm trying to, and there's like all these, I don't know if you've read Jonathan Haidt's new book, The
I haven't
Anxious
read anything
Generation.
in like 10 years. I
Awesome.
only I only look at Instagram videos. I think that's where I'm at now.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
whole thing is like, did an overly technical technology saturated childhood is really bad for kids. So I try to like keep them, to just blocks and dirt.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean,
But can you do it though? So they're only 7 and 5, so that's okay now. But at some point, you're going to be like, just take this phone.
yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, I'm trying to just help my daughters a little bit, sending them to like this thing called an expeditionary school.
Oh
So
yeah,
they
that's awesome.
basically try to learn by going on all these crazy expeditions that like Hansel said, I could never do that as a parent, like, camping and all these hikes and stustuff like that.
Yeah, good for you, but really hard. It reminds
It's
me,
just
Dan,
really
of
hard.
like
Yeah.
trying to teach my kids Chinese. Like when they're super young, 脱鞋子 and shiso, that's
Yeah, you
fine.
get a
But
few
then they get to a
things
certain age and it's like, forget
and
it.
then, yeah. So it is
Yeah.
At some
tough.
point, you got to give them a phone.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
just
the
the way of the
worst
world, right?
part. That is the worst
Yeah,
part.
But
yeah.
I mean, what do you do with your kids? Are you both tiger parents or no?
I am halfway in between. Every day, my wife and I are like, should we like make him do all these things to have a passion project to put on a resume and all that stuff? And then we say it and then we back off. So like we're fighting the balance between like pushing too hard and like knowing that we should not push too hard. So I would say I'm in between. What
Yeah,
do you
I'd
think, Wayne?
say I'm a little less. So if at most I'm in between, but then I'm probably a little on the easier
Yeah,
side
your
where
your
I
wife is
just,
probably a little bit more hardcore than you
yeah,
are.
and
You
my
balance
wife
out
is a
your
little,
wife.
right, exactly. So my
And do
wife
you
is a
live
little bit more Amy Chua.
you live in San Francisco, Wayne, or no? You live in South Bay?
San Mateo,
San Mateo.
so
Okay.
just
So
out of
yeah, I
there.
mean,
It,
growing up in the city was also really interesting in the 90s and early
Where
2000s.
did you go to school in San Francisco?
I went to Hamlin School for girls and then
Hamlin.
went to University High School.
Oh, okay, University High School. I have heard of other people applying for
But
them and
I
stuff.
mean, my parents let me just go out in the city. Like I think when I was 10, I was like hanging out, going to stuff by
Just
myself.
riding the
wow.
public
I
transportation
think
and
that is
things.
super healthy, actually. I mean, I grew up in Iowa, and that it was the same thing. Well, that was way back when, but you just run around and you just go to the neighbor's house. Nobody
Yeah, I
knows where
think
you
that
are.
is the best way to
Yeah.
grow
There's some
up. I mean,
Yeah.
independence to it.
non-digital, I would just get on my bike and we could go
I
anywhere.
mean, I almost died a few times, but like I'm alive and I'm better for it.
Right,
That's right.
exactly.
That's
That is
right. Made you
true.
stronger.
But my parents, like my dad used to, I remember in the Castro, they used to have these crazy parties, like street parties.
Yep.
I think they stopped because of stabbings or something like that.
Well, you're
They
talking
would
about like are you talking about the Castro, like
in
the
San
big
Francisco.
gay pride,
Yeah,
like
so
the
they would close down
yeah.
blocks of
That
Market
came back, I
Street.
think.
Oh, they
It's
did.
not
Okay.
as dangerous.
It's not a stage. Okay, good. And there would be DJs at every block.
Mm.
And like my dad, I remember I was a freshman in high school and it was like, yeah, my friends and I want to go to this. And he's like, okay. And he would like take us, we were like 14, and then he would like drop us
Drop you off?
corner and be like, see ya. And we don't have cell phones, we don't have anything. It's
Right.
an
Yeah.
adult party. Like, hello.
Wow.
Adult.
My dad,
Wow. That
then
is
he's like, I'll
neglect. That's
see
just
you.
neglect.
No, that's just lame.
Benign neglect. You should write a book
Benign
though. That's a great title for a book, Benign
benign
Neglect.
neglect. And then I remember my dad like sitting me down in high school and he's like, San Francisco's so crazy. If a cop pulls you over and you have cigarettes in your car, like you wouldn't get in trouble, but or you would get in trouble, but if you had like some joints in your car, you'd probably be fine. I'm like, is this parental advice? Like, what is this conversation we're having?
I do not see that side of your dad. That's so hilarious.
He's so fun. He's like, whatever. Like,
That's
awesome. I can come and go whenever. And I think it was a very healthy, fun way to grow up in a city.
That's great. That is the great anti Tiger Mom argument. All right, so let's wrap up this part of the podcast, Jan. So I normally would ask you what interesting thing have you done that others haven't, but I see this fun fact that you wrote about. Maybe you can tell us about your fun fact. It has to do with Asian and Ali Wong. Is that an interesting fun fact for us?
So Ali Wong, who has no idea who I am, so this is fine. She went to my high.
She doesn't know us either.
Yeah, she doesn't know you.
Ali Wong, the comedian, right?
She's got an amazing.
The famous Ali Wong.
The famous Ali Wong.
The million other Ali Wongs.
Yeah, just a random.
Probably at least a couple out there. Yeah.
Ali Wong, famous comedian, went to my high school. She went to University High School. She was a senior when I was a freshman.
Oh, right, she's from San Francisco. That's right.
Yeah, and my high school like produced some famous Asians, like Eileen Gu, the skier.
She went there. Okay.
And so Ali Wong was a senior. And she was student body president, which just means that you get to lead all school meetings twice a week. And like what you do is you stand up there and you like make announcements. But instead of just making announcements, she would kind of do stand up twice a week for our whole school. Like just practice stand up. And so she was hilarious and everyone loved her.
She's already good at it. Wow.
She was already good at it. And my high school is like it was pretty white, pretty preppy. Every other student body president before her and after Ali Wong was a white man, until me. And then when I ran on the promise that I would be as funny as Ali Wong.
Oh, dang. That's hard.
Oh, dude, did you do some improv?
I did some jokes. I mean, my jokes were bad. Like, it was like, I think I started one speech with like, I'm going to keep this short and sweet because that's what I am, short and sweet. And it was like,
there you go.
It was really bad. I mean, like low, very bad. But I won, and everyone was like, "Amazing! It's Jan Fu. It's going to be like the next Ali Wong."
Yeah,
they were like pumped,
and then they had to listen, were a little high,
very high, and then they had to like listen to me for a whole year, and then I don't think they've ever elected another Asian woman.
Yeah, you were the last.
I ruined it. You
ruined it.
That's hilarious. Wow. So, did you actually know Ali Wong at all then? Did anybody know?
I mean, she was a senior when I was a freshman.
Right. So like, they're not going to hang out with.
I saw her years later at like a coffee shop, and I was like, "You're the reason I was president." And she's like, "Who are you?
Who the hell are you?
Who are you?"
That's hilarious. That's totally cool, though. I have to say that takes a lot of balls to go and do. Well, to be the president first of all, but also just be the president and then like do
any kind of joke,
comedy thing like that. That as a high schooler, man, that is actually a serious skill set. Like my high schoolers, they don't even want to talk to adults, but stand on a stage and do jokes. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Good for her.
Well, that helped you probably get into Brown, and then there you
I'm sure being the president did not hurt. Yeah.
All that stuff helps.
All right, Wayne, let's hit that gong. Let's go to the next.
Let's do this.
All right, so that is our signal for doing the Haru quiz. How Asian are you? So, I never know like how much people know about the Asian culture. So I never know what kind of questions to ask. But I'm gonna do a full-on guess how much this time. 3 guess how much questions, which is basically I will ask you a question. Wayne will take a wild guess at the number, and then you, Jan, get to guess whether it's over or under that number. That is how the quiz will work today.
Yeah.
All right, so that was kind of confusing
explanation for my brain. Okay,
yeah,
go.
Exactly.
But we'll cue you to give the answer at the end.
Okay.
Okay. So first, actually, a random question. Do you know who the owner of the Brooklyn Nets is?
Joe Tsai.
Nice.
I met him.
You're already winning. I'm gonna give
Joe Tsai and I had a similar mentor, so I see him like once every 2 years.
Really? Yeah, because he went to Yale.
Yeah,
Law,
he also
right?
went to Yale Law School. Yeah.
Everything's connected to Yale.
Was he like your age? No, he's not.
No, he's much older, but we both were paralegals in Hong Kong for this one guy.
Oh, no way.
For both of
hilarious.
us. We see, I've met him.
He's okay. So that guy is ridiculous, right? So he's owner of Brooklyn Nets. He also started, wasn't he? He started at Alibaba, right?
Alibaba.
So Alibaba, gigantic
essentially
humongous
like
company.
Yahoo of you know?
Okay, so Yale Law grad, owner of Brooklyn Nets, co-founder of Alibaba. He is a billionaire, obviously with the B. I think you can assume that. So here's the question. I will ask Wayne, what is his net worth? Wayne will give a guess, and then you have to guess if it's over or under that number. Wayne,
Okay.
what is Joe Tsai's net worth?
Yeah, well,
It does start with a B.
said it's over $1 billion, so
It does start with a B.
so I'm using my intelligence there to, but yeah, okay. So if he owner of the Brooklyn, okay, I'll say 9 billion.
9 billion. Okay, Brooklyn Nets kind
I
of suck. So is that over or under, Jan?
I think he's worth over 9 billion.
Over 9 billion. That would be a lot. And these days, these NBA teams are worth a lot. And that is correct.
Dang.
It is 13 billion. That's
nice.
easy.
Dang.
Is he the richest guy you know? You probably know some other richer guys.
I don't really know him well. I mean, I've met him, but I don't know. Maybe is he the richest guy I've ever shaken hands with? I don't know.
Well, your son's probably going to end up being the
Well,
richest
my
guy you
son's
ever
either
met.
going to be
already
Joe
making
Tsai or
money on
he's
the
going to
playground.
yeah, he's either going to be Joe Tsai or be in jail. So it's
One or
coin
the
toss
other.
at this point.
One or the other, yeah.
Big extremes. Okay, all right. Number two, the number two question. Let's see. Flushing in New York is apparently the most
Right.
Asian, I don't know, the most Asian, what do you call it, borough of New York?
Yeah.
Probably the most Asian place in the country.
Really? I would
What?
not have guessed that.
That's where Dave is from, Wayne.
I love that.
Yeah. Big Dave.
All right, highest Asian area in New York. So what percentage of Asians what is the Asian percentage of the population in Flushing?
That's
What?
yeah.
That's a
Wait,
tough one.
I
but
gotta
if
guess
you-
first?
Yeah, you
You
got to
gotta
guess
guess
first.
first. You-
Oh, okay. And it's the highest. So
And when you go there, it's basically like going to China.
China. It's China.
basically like
It
going
is
to
China.
China. You're going to hear Mandarin. I mean, that's where the U.S. Open is, though. And kind of when I was
Oh,
in
that's
that
true.
area,
That
didn't
that's
seem
weird.
like I was in Beijing or anything, but you know,
But you were at the U.S. Open. I think you
Yeah,
didn't go
so-
to the China part of it, Chinatown part of
right?
it.
I think so. So I'm guessing. I'm just going to go right here and say 50%. Just right down the middle.
50-50. What do you think,
Make
Jen?
it
It
tough
is
for you.
Over.
like, oh, over for sure. It is 70%.
Oh my God.
That is a huge number. That's way over. Like even here, I feel like I'm in China sometimes. Walk around the Bay Area, but
Yeah. No,
it's not like
Flushing is
Flushing.
like straight
Well,
up.
that's how you judge whether you're going to go to a Chinese restaurant or not, right? You always go, if there's Chinese people in there, I'll eat. If it feels like it's in China. If
Do you
there's
guys
a
go
bunch
to
of
Flushing a lot,
whiteys
Jan?
in there, you don't go.
I
You guys
have,
go-
I go there for food, but I haven't been there for a while. It has the best Chinese food though.
Yeah, I haven't.
Really?
I actually have never been there. I go to New York, but I haven't been to Flushing. I got to make my way there.
Well, you went to the U.S. Open once with me.
Oh, that's
But-
true. But that's not where the Chinese
But that's
people were.
not where the
where
Chinese
the
people are
Chinese-
hanging, right? We just got off of the whatever. Just straight
Yeah.
to the
All
US
right,
Open.
let's see. Final question about another billionaire Chinese couple this time. So, Panda Express. I love. Do you
Oh, I
guys
love
ever eat
that.
Panda Express? Jan, do you
No.
eat
Love that.
Really?
What?
Oh,
What kind of a
that's
Chinese
crazy.
are you?
Yeah, that
is
you lost the Haru quiz right there.
Yeah, that's it.
I love Panda Express. These guys, I don't even think it's a franchise. Peggy and I forgot the guy's name, but it's a couple that started it a super long time ago, and they are super rich because they own all of the
It's
Panda
not
Expresses.
even a
So
franchise, right?
It's
Wait,
not.
did
They
you-
own them all.
Did you ask me if I know Panda Express or if I know the owners of
If
Panda?
you've
if you
eaten
eat it.
there.
If you
Oh,
eat
of
it.
course I've eaten there. I was
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
do you
Come
regularly
on.
eat there?
at the airport. Yeah.
yeah,
At the airport,
that is
nice.
true.
Okay, that counts.
That's good enough.
That counts. That
It's at
counts.
every mall too.
Okay. All right. So I guess Wayne can go first again. Guess how many Panda Express there are existing.
Okay. It is at every airport and every mall.
Yep.
I think I would
See, at this
say,
point, Karen would be coming up with the logic. Karen was like, if there are this many airports, I will multiply it by 3
she's
and then
just
divide
using
by the number of
ChatGPT.
suburbs.
That's why she's getting it all right. It's like, let's see. I would say 2,000.
Okay, that's a pretty good guess, actually. Jan, this is going to be a 50-50 for you.
I say under 2,000.
They're pretty rich. They make a lot of money.
A lot of
That might
orange
be a
chicken.
hit,
What's
but
your
there's a
favorite
lot of
food that
orange
you order there?
over
Just to
2,000.
prove that you've really eaten there. Have you had the orange chicken?
Oh, Yeah. The orange chicken and the sesame chicken is good.
Oh yeah, those are damn good. Yeah. They're like General Tso's, but sometimes better.
I like it better. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? 2000 something? Three that?
It is 2,300.
Yeah.
That is, those
We'll
guys
give
are,
it to you.
oh man. I have to say that even though like a lot of people make fun of Panda, I love Panda as the food, but those guys have done so well. Like that is
Yeah.
a
And
lot of
the
restaurants.
crazy thing as to how they've done so well is like there's been so many other people trying to copy them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
And
But they
gone to
can't do
those
it.
in a food court and it'll be
yeah,
They're no
kind
good.
like a copy and it's just not as good.
not as
Yeah.
good.
So whatever they've
Yeah.
done, they've got some magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love those guys. Okay. All right. Let's wrap up the podcast, Jan, with your life tip for the Asians.
I think as somebody who's going through a midlife crisis, I think
Is
take a
meaning
risk.
yourself?
I think, yeah. I think I'm going through,
Wait,
I'm
you're
40,
only like
41,
40?
41. I
Midlife
just,
Is that midlife
crisis.
crisis?
Okay.
It's a little early,
no,
but
I
okay.
think,
That's kind of early.
I would advise people to take more risks and do the things that they're
Mm.
bad at, even if it's
Oh,
uncomfortable.
Oh, like that.
Like, I wish I had learned more math.
Yeah.
well, you are Asian. I mean, come
Blame
on.
that on your schooling, Brown, and all these pass fails
Yeah.
and just
Yeah. If you
interpretive
would have gone
dance
to
to pass.
Columbia, they would have made you take math.
Yeah,
I
there you
know.
go.
Yeah, no,
Right?
it's my own damn fault.
Now, so why would you want to learn more math? That seems like the most opposite thing I've ever heard.
I know.
Like,
I
what
feel
would you
like
use it for?
I would say like for business, I mean, do
Hmm,
you really need math? And I mean, you need basic math. I
basic math.
probably understand the economy better. I don't know. I just think
Hmm.
it's something that's missing
Yeah, I like to take the risk thing
my
though on the
knowledge.
things that you're not good at, because that
Yeah.
people tend to be comfortable, right? And they just do the things they're comfortable with, not the
I
things they're bad at. So,
exactly
so what is on your list to tackle that you are not good at?
math.
Math.
It's like a
Yeah.
statistics class.
You're going to
Yeah,
go to Russian math
statistics.
with
I'm gonna go to
Anna.
Russian math with the
Yeah.
5-year-old.
Yeah, that's right. But they're going to interview you to even let you in. So you might
Yeah.
not
No, they
even
might not let
pass.
me. They probably won't let
Yeah,
me.
they'll be like, hey, you're too late.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Jen, thanks a bunch for being on today. It's really great to catch up with you. Congrats on your super successful life, and you're really cute and awesome kid.
Thanks for being on.
We are sponsored by none other than theCoder School, a company that teaches kids how to code with over 70 locations all around the country. So if you're interested in getting your kids to code, head online and check us out. Learn to code, change the world. Thanks for listening.